Hey, I'm Andrea Love, and on today's show, we dip into new music from P.O.D featuring Maria Brink. We chat with Jesse from 10 Years, and the wait is over. We have our first ever Real Rock Review giveaway. Welcome back to the Real Rock Review. Soulfly returns with a new full-length album and is further proof that bands can have staying power without selling out or reproducing the same thing over and over. Archangel is available now through Nuclear Blast Records and makes for the 10th full album from the band since 1998. Singer and guitarist Max Cavalera, now almost 50 years old, is no stranger to evolving with the times. He began his career in the 80s with Sepultura and said in a recent interview with Amplify.com that after 30 years of playing metal, it's exciting to find new influences and things to be inspired by. Archangel was produced by Matt Hyde, who's also worked with Slayer, and it features Cavalera's 22-year-old son Zion on the drums. Soulfly will kick off a North American tour in September. P.O.D have teamed up with the lovely and talented Maria Brink for a new song on their upcoming album, The Awakening. The song Criminal Conversations is a really mellow groove that features more of the strong vocals that we've grown to love from Miss Brink. It's more than just a back and forth duet, according to frontman Sonny, who said on their YouTube channel that Brink is actually a character in the storyline of the song. The new album is due August 21st, and the band has a few US dates sprinkled throughout the fall. Hyperdoses is a band that I found out about through City of Fallen Kings, who were featured on the finale of Season 1. The band features former members of Signum AD and twin brothers Blake and Justin Matea, who teamed up with Ben Rivera to form Hyperdose. Their debut single, Take Control, features vocals from one of my favorite singers, Gabe Aranda of Aranda, and it's an upbeat, fun song that has a "this would be fun to see live" kind of vibe. They're planning the rest of their EP, and judging by the song, this band could do good things. I will keep you posted, so make sure you're subscribed to the Real Rock Review Facebook page. We'd like to take a second to give a thanks to our official season sponsor, Familiar Productions, and the upcoming film Remotion, written and directed by Ryan Liskey. Death should always be a revelation. The guest on this episode is Jesse Hasek of the band 10 Years. Jesse is an incredibly talented artist, and besides having a stellar singing voice, he paints unique and amazing art on drum heads. He was really easy to talk to, and after the interview, I'll tell you how to win this one-of-a-kind autographed drumhead. Their newest album, From Birth to Burial, is available now, and the video link to the current single Miscellanea is in the description below. Right below the thumbs up button, and you can click that too. Andrea Love here with Jesse from the band 10 Years in Joliet, Illinois, getting ready for a show tonight. You excited?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Probably always, huh?
Even when we're exhausted, the minute we hit the stage, all your fatigue and all your brokenness goes away for that hour and a half. So that's really what you do it for.
Right on. And you said before we got here you were working on a drum head. You do drum head art?
Yeah, I've been doing, well, as a kid, I did art my whole life. My dad's an artist, and it's just always been in my blood. But when you have 22 hours out of the day to kill, and you have an overabundance of used drum heads, I turn them into art, and it's become something that the fans really seek after, because I try to make them all one of a kind. I try not to do the same one twice. Some of them you might have duplicates, but that's early on, those years ago. Now I try to.
That's funny, I just saw a post the other day with from Corky.
Yep.
From Otherwise. He's
yeah.
just like, damn you, Jesse, because you got him.
Yeah, I got him into it because he was doing just their logo, and that's kind of when I first started. It was just extra Sharpies laying around, which were pretty much black and silver. And then one fan, once upon a time, way back, brought me a color spectrum of Sharpies, and that opened Pandora's box. So I did that for Corky from Otherwise. I'm like, here's colors. And he goes, oh, now I have to really get lost in this. I'm like, it's fun. So.
Seems like it would be just,
yeah.
And it's something you don't have to do, but can, so you can
yeah, and I thoroughly enjoy doing it because it takes a couple hours to do one, and sometimes I'll do 2 a day, depending, but it really makes the time go by. So I can just put in earbuds and get lost, and all of a sudden it's close to getting ready for show.
Nice. Yeah. Speaking of getting ready for show, you guys are getting ready to play in a little bit. You're out on tour with Nonpoint. How's that? Have you guys toured with Nonpoint before?
We've just crossed paths with them on festivals. We've never done a full tour, and it's been going really well. they're veterans even more so than us. Like, I remember years and years ago, back in maybe 2002 or 3, they played in our hometown of Knoxville, Tennessee, and we were just a local band opening up for them. And that particular show, we signed a record deal, so thanks, Nonpoint.
That's awesome. Little full circle kind of thing right here. You guys just played in Knoxville recently, right?
Yeah, just a couple nights ago. I think so. What's today? Yeah.
Sunday.
I think it was 2 days ago, yeah.
Ish. What's it like playing back in your hometown now? Is it?
I mean, we've become, like, first of all, Knoxville is the college town, so that's like that college sports team pride, and I kind of feel like that's the way they treat us as a band, like we're their hometown team, and there's no place like home in that sense, for sure. They still give us crazy love.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's cool. You get to play there often?
Maybe we try not to do it too much because, you gotta make it special. No more than twice a year.
Right on. You don't want to wear it out.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's talk about the newest album.
Yeah.
Tell me whatever it is that you want to tell me.
It's called From Birth to Burial, and it kind of just encompasses our whole diorama or spectrum of our existence in this business for the past 10 years. We've been doing... Our first record came out in August 2005, so we are in August 2015 right now, so 10 years of doing this for a job, and
10 years.
Yeah. And so with this record, it was really just for me vocally trying to be able to let it all out or express myself through all the journeys, the ups and the downs, and there's a lot of a little bit of angst and frustration and fatigue and triumph and failure all through it, because that's what this business is. There's the business side of it where you have to make something commercially viable that people will get, but there's the art side of it where I come from and what I've always held priceless, that the art can be jeopardized, or you have too many cooks in the kitchen that can really try to take that away or stifle that to make the product. And the old saying goes, careful what you wish for, because you might get it, and that's when that happens to you. That's just part of it. So
that's cool. Like as far as videos for the new, the video for Miscellanea. That's how to pronounce it, correct?
Yep.
That is really cool. I like the lights and the shadows. That was really cool. Who came up with that concept?
I'm always the little brainchild behind the visual concepts because of the whole art background. And in the past, we've had issues with major labels and major directors and people saying, write up a treatment or a storyline or whatever. And I would do that, and then it would not at all turn out the way I wanted. So being our own independent, we have way more control over what we want to do, but it's way more work. Like all those walls with the lines, this horizontal walls, slats. We built those. I built those with another guy, and it took 2 or 3 days.
They look like palette type.
Pallets. We took them all apart and just put them all back together in that way. And the whole idea came from I remember like laying down and seeing light shine through the bottom of a door, like in a dark room, and thought that would be a really cool concept, basic concept for a video to build walls where there's cracks in between all of them, and you shine light from behind and you really play with shadows. And it turned out better than I expected.
When does this tour wrap up?
We only have a week left of this tour, and it ends, I think we have 6 shows left. We go home for a couple of weeks, and then we go to Alaska for the first time in our career, which is going to be cool.
Nice.
So that's about a week total to get up there, play a show, hang out, come back. Then we go on tour in the beginning of September with Breaking Benjamin, which is going to be really cool.
Are you guys going to be at the Fillmore then with them probably on the 25th? I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, we should be, because we start with them on 9/11.
Right on.
Yeah, so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's funny, that's the one band that has been around me, and every time that they come I have to work or there's some kind of craziness going on, and I'm like, I will see them before this year is over.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome that they're taking us back out, because on our first album cycle, when we were still in a van, that was one of the first tours we did, and they were really good to us then. And you know, they took a hiatus for a little while and came back, and just when they came back with a vengeance. So that's pretty awesome that they could go away for a few years and still come back and have that kind of success.
Yeah, I love the new album from them too. Lots of good music out right now. That whole rock is dead stuff. I'm like, well, you're just buying the wrong album.
Yeah, I think that when they say that, it sucks, because I'm happy for the generation that I grew up in as a teenager, because rock was mainstream. Rock was the forefront on something called music television, not moron television. But that in that sense, it is kind of dead. It's not the forefront of the trend or yada yada, but it is very much strong in the underground and in the hearts of the culture. You know, like you can go to. I think the power of the internet has allowed people to pick and choose their own things they want to do and things they want to get interested in and immerse themselves in, and not just have to have two dimensions, which is just radio and television. Now the internet has just opened it to where people can explore all different avenues.
I like what you did with the title track from the new album, because it doesn't fit the like
Not at all, no.
automated system type songs that you hear a lot these days.
Yeah, that song, it's funny because Miscellanea vocally took a day or two to write the melody and the lyrics and then record it. From Birth to Burial took almost a month, because there was so much pressure in my own mind with it that I wanted it to sort of explain or articulate the best I could just the anxiety and angst and frustration that comes from the short-lived life of this business and sort of adapting as you go to things growing and dying and changing. And that's what From Birth to Burial pretty much is. It tells you all of the, I guess, the stuff that people don't want to admit, like everything will come to an end. And that's not saying that this is our last record, but it's recognizing that all things in this business, the entertainment business, will come up and they'll go down, and then as time goes by, they'll maybe come back as like a classic or a resurgence. But that's the way the entertainment business just works.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Seems a lot of things kind of work that way, but definitely entertainment.
Fads and trends and clothing, of course.
Yeah. And
we are fast in the 80s right now.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of all time of the 80s, but
yeah, the fashion's a little hilarious. When I started seeing the long pants coming back up to here that are stonewashed, I'm like, women, that's not flattering when your butt looks like it's 3 feet long.
That might have been the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Quote of the day for sure.
You have such a nice backside. Why would you put it in something that makes it look like that? It's that long. Your butt doesn't go up here.
I don't know. And then they're so short to where like
I guess that's proof that I'm getting older.
No, I don't know about that. I think that's totally fine to feel that way.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything that you wanna
I mean, just if you guys see us in your area, just come check us out, because the one thing we try to pride ourselves in is giving 100% on stage every single night, because that's really what it's all worth doing at the end of the day, is just getting up there, and that energy that we get to let loose and express and is priceless. I'm rich with experience, at least. So, and thanks for everyone for supporting us for this long, and 10 years later now we still have a career, so thank you for that.
Awesome. It's really simple to win this drum head. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel, that you've liked the Real Rock Review Facebook page, and that you share this episode with your friends using the hashtag 10yearsRRR. I'm Andrea Love, and thanks for tuning in to the Real Rock Review.